There are other issues. Yes, other people's lives also matter. Yes, it's true that you could, I guess, run into a child cancer ward and talk about sudden infant death syndrome, but you'd be a real asshole if you did that, right? Like at some point, you have to proclaim that which is being ignored precisely because it is. And Whiteness has always said that black and brown lives, indigenous lives, lives of color, lives that were quote unquote non-white, were either worthless or worth less than those that were white. And so if we're going to really understand the struggle of BLM, and we're going to understand the larger struggle against police misconduct, against housing discrimination, educational discrimination, wealth inequality, we're going to have to engage the way that Whiteness has allowed us to have this default position that we all internalize that says that it's okay, apparently, for African American folks to be twice as likely as white folks to be unemployed even when they have a college degree. Because apparently we think that's okay. Because if we didn't think it was okay, we would do something about that. But we haven't, so we must think it's okay. Or that it's okay for black children to be 3.5 times more likely than white children to be poor. We must think that that's okay. Because if we didn't think it was okay, we'd do something about it. Or for black folks to have 1/15 the net worth of white folks. We must think that that is okay. Because if we didn't, we would have done something about it. Or for young black men to be 21 times more likely than young white men to be killed by police, 2 to 3 times more likely when unarmed. We must think that that is okay. Who says it's okay? I don't say it's okay. The people on this stage and most of you in the room don't, but Whiteness says it is okay. Whiteness as a paradigm of thought and behavior apparently doesn't have a problem with that. And so until we deconstruct whiteness, and I would argue eradicate the paradigm of whiteness, that is not, by the way, the same as saying eradicating white people. So before someone tweets out that I just advocated genocide, let me be very clear, and it goes to your point. Whiteness and white people are not the same thing. There's no such thing as white people, but there is a thing called whiteness. White people do not exist as such except for the last 400 years. It's a term that we created as a con job to take poor Europeans and make them think that they had something in common with rich people. Right? And we're still playing that game, which is why a rich white man can tell poor white people that their problem is poor brown people, and they will believe it and they will vote for him for president of the United States. So we're still dealing with that irrationality because we haven't been able to divide whiteness from white people. The problem, as James Baldwin said about white people, is that they think you're white. And as long as you think you're white, as Baldwin said, there is no hope for you. Right? So until you begin to realize that you're not white, you were made white for the sake of elites that don't like you, don't want anything to do with you, ain't going to make you a member of the club, they're just teasing you. Right? Unless you come to understand that, we'll continue to play these games and fight amongst each other over the pieces of a pie that not one of y'all own. I don't own it, you don't own it, you don't know anybody that owns it, but they got you fighting over the pieces of a pie that you don't even have access to. Crumbs falling off the table of a pie that you don't have access to. That's what whiteness is. Everybody would be better off to eradicate that, including those people called white. We'd be better off to eradicate that. That's not healthy for anybody's children. So that's why we need to talk about that subject when we talk about, issues of black and brown liberation.